I'm going to show you how I went from this to this in just a few simple steps with Unreal Engine 5. Create a new NT level and add the asset you want to light into the scene. Add a skylight to your scene and set source type to specified cube map. Disable eye adaptation in game view and editor view.
Nice.
Create a sphere in your 3D package of choice, select all the faces and flip normals. Why did we flip the normals? This is our custom sphere, and this is a default sphere. With the normals flipped, we can see the walls from the interior, effectively creating an interior dome. Scale up that sphere in your scene so Lumen GI doesn't black out the skylight. Create a new material for our infinity dome. Change it to unlit. Add a vector 3, a multiply, and a scalar parameter to control the emissive intensity. Create a material instance for easy control and add it to your sky sphere. Add our first point light to the scene. The important settings for your lights are intensity, color, attenuation radius, which controls the distance, source radius, which controls the light bulb size and how soft shadows are, and the temperature. We know our light settings, but how do we know what, where, and why to place lights? That's where color theory comes in.
Look at this!
Color theory is all about how matching specific colors together can convey emotion, making the viewer feel a certain way, and also creating pleasing combinations for the eye. Let's keep it simple and stick with a classic complementary color scheme. Grab a color wheel and spin the dial. The colors roughly opposite each other will make a pleasing combination. Orange and teal is one of the most common combinations, used in tons of high-budget movie posters to your favorite influencer Instagram reel, so let's stick with that. But how do we know where to place our lights? There are tons of lighting setups, from low angle, split lighting, butterfly, Rembrandt, and more. But let's simplify it and stick with the 3-point lighting setup. The 3-point lighting setup starts with the key light, the strongest light in the scene, and usually around 45-degree angle from the subject. We add the fill light in direct opposition to the key light, and it's going to be at 50% or less intensity. Remember our color theory from before? Let's set our key to a warm orange and your fill to a cool teal. Last comes your rim light. This is placed behind the subject and adds a halo or highlighting effect, making them pop off the background. Since we are in virtual 3D space, we can orient the key and fill light however we want. From side to side, the bottom and top corners, or straight up and down. I like to set mine in the bottom and top corners. For this one, I actually set my key light to a cool teal and my fill light to a warm orange. Now we have the basic setup. It's all about placing small additional lights and effectively texturing our asset with light. Filling in areas that are too dark, adding in additional rim lights where needed, and lights with small attenuation radiuses for splashes of color.
I love it.
Here's the scene without post-processing. Bring in that post-process volume and search for infinite extent unbound. Slap that checkbox like you just slapped the subscribe button. Now it affects our whole scene. Let's add a touch of bloom, a dash of chromatic aberration, a little sprinkle of vignette, a little extra sharpen on top, and just a small tweak to the temperature settings. If you're feeling extra cute, grab your skeletal mesh and change the animation from anim BP to animation asset. Dump the animation you made in there and hit simulate on your scene. If you want to learn how to make game assets like this, head on over to my Gumroad Store. You can find stuff like how to make a stylized game-ready asset from start to finish, or if you'd rather a bite-sized snack, pick up one of the tutorial assets and follow along with my free YouTube videos on texturing or sculpting. I'll see you in there.
I love you. Mwah.